to mute everybody. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start on our feet. So if you start down at the end of your mat, my head might be cut off here, but you don't really need to see my head. So we're just going to start off feet parallel with each other, about hip width apart. And okay, good. So yeah, feet hip width apart, and just rock backwards and forwards, coming up onto your tiptoes, and then coming down and just lifting toes off the floor for a wee second. Good. And then add in a little bit of breath work as well. So a nice breath in as you come up onto your tiptoes, lifting the arms. And then breathe out, lower down. Arms back, breathe in and out. In and out. Good, couple more. Okay, lovely. Then just a little bit of circles of the hips. We're doing quite a lot of kind of hip work tonight, so just get them nicely loosened and oiled. Holding onto a wall or a chair, or anything if you need to for balance. Good. And then the other way, or the other leg. Good. Okay, lovely. All right, so then we're going to do roll down and up 3 times. So starting with a nice breath in, arms by your side, in through the nose. And then on your exhale, just round yourself forwards, bringing your hands and arms out in front towards the floor. Breathe in at the bottom, and then breathe out to lift back up. Good, nice breath in, shoulders back. And then exhale, round and down again. Breathe in at the bottom, and breathe out to rise. Good, one more, inhale at the top. And exhale, lower. Good, now walk your hands out and come down onto all fours. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Now come into some nice cat-cow, so breathing in, push the belly down, look forwards towards the end of your mat, and then breathe out, round the shoulders, push all the air back towards your knees and your thighs. Good, breathe in and out. In and out. Lovely, a couple more. Okay. Now we're just going to take our left leg first. So if you take your left leg out behind you, and then keeping it straight, we're going to do lifting and lowering of this left leg. Okay, so breathe in, and then on the out breath, just lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Brilliant. So feeling this hopefully in your glutes, maybe a little bit in the muscles in your lower back on that left hand side. 2 more. Lovely. Okay, now just take your right foot out to the side slightly, because you're going to rotate around and come down onto your side. Okay, so you've got your right hand on the floor, but lift your left arm off the floor. Okay, then put your left hand up behind your head, and we're going to lift and lower this left leg again. Breathe in, prepare, and then on your exhale, lift. 1, good, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Good. Two more. Last one. Okay, good. Now lift it up and hold it at that straight level and just bend back, so heel towards the bum and then straighten. Good. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And again. Good. A few more. Trying to keep it up at that hip height. Good. Two more. Brilliant. And then come back down and just take a moment. Push yourself back down, heels towards the bum into your nice shell stretch before we go on to the other side. Okay, great. So this time we're going to take the right leg out behind and then lift and lower 10 times. So breathe in, prepare. And then on your out breath, lift and lower. Good. That's 5. Good. 2 more. Okay, great. Now bring your left foot out behind you. Left hand on the floor, lift your right arm so you're now on your side. Right hand up behind your ear. And then lift and lower this right leg. Breath in and lift on your exhale. 1 and down. Good. Three more. Good. Okay, now lift it up and hold it there and then bend back, heel to bum. 1 and extend. If any of this doesn't feel good, just keep doing the straight leg lift and lower from all fours. Good, that's it. That's 5. 5 more. 2 more. Brilliant. And then come back down onto your hands and knees and just take a moment pushing the bum back onto your heels and just stretch everything out for a wee second. Good. Okay. Then come back up onto your hands and knees and have your toes pressed onto your mat. And we're going to push ourselves up into the downward dog. Okay? So take a nice breath in and then on your out breath, press down into those feet. Lift your knees off the floor, take your bum up towards the ceiling and try and press the heels down towards the floor. Then just alternate bending each knee and pressing the opposite heel down to the floor, getting a really nice stretch down the back of each calf. Good. Then try pressing both your heels down towards the floor. Don't worry if you don't touch the floor, just towards the floor is fine. Good. And then come back down onto your hands and knees. Lovely. Okay, then a little bit of opposite leg and opposite arm extension. So in a nice flat back position, we extend left arm and right leg and lift them up to hip height and shoulder height. And then bring everything back into the center. Then the other side. And lift. As always, trying not to wobble from side to side, imagining the tray resting on your back and not letting anything fall off. If you are wobbling a lot, just keep both your hands on the ground and concentrate instead on just lifting the leg. And just take your time with it. So don't worry if you're not going in time with me. I'd rather you just go at your own pace, ideally with your breath, synchronizing the movement with exhales and inhales. Good, one more on each side. Lovely. Okay, then come down, so you're sitting down on your heels, if this feels okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of kind of lifting up and then sitting back down into this position. So we're just going to lift up, lift the arms out in front, breathing in, and then exhale, push back. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, down, lift, and down, lift. If anything doesn't feel good, feel free just to skip it or continue doing a movement that does feel good. Maybe that opposite arm and opposite leg extension we were just doing. Good. Okay, then come up and stay up in this high kneeling position. And we're going to do that lovely thigh stretch. I say lovely because it's mind over matter, isn't it? Okay, so nice breath in. And then on your exhale, keep your core and everything tight and just lean backwards. And then sit back up. Good. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Feel free to put extra padding in underneath your knees if you need to. And don't worry about how far back you go. If you're only going a tiny bit, that's fine. Good. 2 more of these. Brilliant. Okay, then we're going to come down onto our side. So if you start lying on your left side, if possible, so I'll try and get my lefts and rights the right way around, and have your legs slightly forwards, so your feet probably off the mat if you're in the center of your mat. Okay, and you can be propped up on your elbow like this, or grab a pillow or cushion if you prefer, or just lying flat out on your arm, just whichever is most comfortable for you is fine. Okay, good. Brilliant. Right, so we're going to lift up this top leg with the toes pointed. Good. And then we're just going to do a little bit of rotation from the hip socket. Okay, so we're going to twist the leg out and then twist the leg in. Twist it out and twist it in. So it's not a big movement. As if somebody's sort of holding you by the foot and twisting your leg. Good. Twist in, twist out. Twist in, twist out. One more, in and out. Good. Now we're just going to tap that top leg down in front of the underneath leg with the toes, and then tap the heel onto the floor behind. And then come in front, tap with the toes, and then behind, tap with the heel. Toes in front, heel behind. Good. Toe in front, heel behind. 2 more. Toe in front, heel behind, and toe in front last time, and heel behind. Brilliant. Okay, then bring your legs down so your body's now in a nice straight line with your ankles, knees, hips and shoulders all in alignment. So shuffle yourself about if you need to. And then we're just going to lift up this top leg just slightly higher than hip height with your toes pointed and draw little circles backwards. And again, moving from your hip socket. Good. And now change direction. Circles forwards. Brilliant. 2 more. And relax that leg down. Good. Well done. Okay, now we're going to roll onto our right side and do all of that on the other leg. So start off with your legs forward a little bit off the floor. Just give you a chance to get into position. Okay, lovely. Then lift up that left leg, toes pointed, and we're going to go into our rotation. So twist the leg in and twist the leg out. In and out. Good. And just take a wee glance down and sort of see which is bigger than the other. So for me, my external rotation is a lot less than my internal rotation. Just interesting sometimes to look at your body and kind of see what's happening. Good. 1 or 2 more. Okay, then we're going to tap the toe down in front and then tap the heel down behind. Good. Tap the toe in front and the heel behind. Toe in front, heel behind. Toe in front. And if you're not quite getting the heel to the ground, that's okay. Just wherever you can manage. Good, 1 more. Toe in front and heel behind. Great. Okay, now bring the legs down so you're in that nice straight line. Ankles, knees, hips and shoulders. Lovely. Okay, then lift your left leg slightly higher than hip height. Go into circles backwards. Try and keep the toes pointed, but if there's any cramping or anything happen, just relax the foot. Lovely. Now change direction. I know it burns, I'm feeling it too. Good, 3 more wee circles. And relax that leg down. Well done. Okay, now roll over onto your back. And we're going into a little bit of shoulder bridge. So starting with your feet hip width apart, flat on the floor, pelvis in neutral. Inhale to prepare. And then on your exhale, tilt the pelvis back. And then continue by lifting the glutes, lifting your lower spine, lifting the middle section of your spine. Hold at the top for a breath in, squeezing into your glutes. And then exhale, lower, middle section, lower section, and a little tilt of the pelvis to neutral. And then repeat, exhale, lift, hold, breathe in. And then breathe out on the way down. And pelvis in neutral. Good. Okay, now I want you to lift your heels off the floor. So you might want to bring your toes a little closer in towards the bum. And we're going to do a few shoulder bridge in this position and then change the feet. Okay, so again, breathe in and then exhale. Tilt the pelvis back and lift, peeling your spine up off the floor. Hold, breathe in and keep those heels off the floor as you exhale and lower your spine back down. Good, still just on your tiptoes. Exhale, tilt and lift. Good, breathe in and then breathe out, lowering down. Good, pelvis to neutral. And again, keeping the heels lifted. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale at the top, exhale to lower. Good, 2 more. Lovely, inhale and exhale. And last one. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Now put your feet flat down onto the floor and this time lift your toes off the floor. So we have our feet nicely flexed. And we're going to do the same, but just pressing down into the heels instead of the toes. Okay, so it's about 5 shoulder bridge from this foot position. So a nice breath in. And then on your exhale, tilt the pelvis, curl the spine, squeeze the glutes, inhale, and then exhale to lower. Good, keep the toes lifted, and then exhale, lift. Great work for the shins. Good, breathe in at the top, breathe out to lower. Nice inhale at the bottom, and then exhale to lift. Good, breathe in at the top, breathe out to lower. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Hold and breathe in. Breathe out to lower. Good, and your last one, exhale, lift. Breathe in, and then breathe out to lower. Good, and just relax your feet then down onto the floor. And just maybe let your hips or your knees, rock from side to side. Good. Okay, then we're going to bring ourselves up. So we're resting on our elbows. Okay, so just be mindful when you're in this position that you don't sort of slouch down and your shoulders become all rounded. So if you think about keeping your shoulders back and, strong and down away from your ears, okay? So both feet down on the floor to begin with. Now, right leg, we're just going to straighten that right leg and then lower it down towards the floor, hovering it just about an inch or 2 off the floor, and then lift. Good. Lower and lift. And again, lower, hovering it off the floor, and lift back. Good. Lovely. Still mindful of the shoulders. Good, a couple more. Okay, then we'll swap over and do the left leg. So just straighten your left leg and then lower it down towards the floor and then lift. Good. Lovely, shoulders are strong, core is strong. Good, 3 more. And of course I lost count, we're counting up to 3. Okay, and then last time we're going to try both legs, okay? Now if you can't quite straighten them, that's fine, keep a little bend in the knees, but if you can manage, let's get both your legs straight, pointing up towards the ceiling, and then lower them down towards the floor, and then back. Now you might not get as close to the floor as you did when you were doing one leg, and that is fine. Good. Keep your shoulders strong. If it's too much, just go back to one leg. Lovely. Two more. Well done. Put your feet back down onto the floor and relax down off the elbows. Now, if you have your resistance band close by, just get it now. We're going to finish off with a little bit of stretching. If you don't have a resistance band, just do the movements and use your arms to stretch the legs instead of your band. Okay, so a little bit of just down the back of the hamstring and your calf stretch first. So put the band around one foot, doesn't matter which one, whichever one you feel like doing first. Okay, and lie down on your back with your leg pointing up towards the ceiling. Now on your exhale, you're going to pull the leg in towards the body and feel a nice stretch down the back of the leg. On your inhale, just release the stretch. Then exhale, pull back, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good. And last one. Okay, stay with this leg. I'm going to take it out to the side. Same idea, move on your exhale. So exhale, take that right leg all the way out to the side. And then bring it back. Good, exhale out. And back. Lovely, and again. And up. Out. And up. And last one, out to the side and back. Good, and then last one on this leg, so straighten out your opposite leg if you had it bent, and we're just going to take that leg across the body. Again, moving on the exhale. So exhale over, inhale, bring it back. Exhale over, inhale, bring it back. Good, three more. And back. Good, and last one. Lovely. Okay, then the other leg. I need to get out of the way of my wall in this wee room. Okay, so other leg, start off with just pulling it back towards the body. So exhale, pull back, inhale, release. Exhale, pull back towards you, feeling a good stretch all the way down the back of the leg. Good. Two more. Lovely. Then taking this leg out to the side. Exhale, feeling that stretch in the inner thigh. And back on your inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bring it back. Good, a couple more. Lovely, and then the last stretch of this leg across the body. On the out breath, inhale, bring it back. Exhale. And use the band, if you have your band, use the band to help kind of go deeper into the stretch. Good, 2 more. Lovely. And then one last one, just put both your feet around, or put the band around both your feet, and just take a little double leg stretch, just pulling them both back towards the body. And feel a lovely stretch down the back of both your legs. Good, and then use the band to help lower the legs back down towards the floor. And then let your body fall into a nice comfortable position, whether you might want to bend the knees again or just lie completely flat. And we'll just finish with a few nice deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just really concentrating on the length of the exhale, trying to make that exhale really nice and long. And just paying attention to the movement of the body as you breathe in and out. Feeling the movement in your chest and your belly. And remembering to soften your brow, loosen the jaw, and relax your shoulders. A couple more really lovely deep breaths. Lovely. And that is your session finished for the evening. So I will just come over and press stop.